Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Tech Live Watch Party. My name is Serene, and I'm the Advocate Program Manager from the Lenovo Forum support team. And with me today, we have three of our brand ambassadors, Jimmy, John, as well as Ellie, and a group of our fantastic fans and influencers from all over the world, from Iceland to Malaysia and to, of course, Germany. Before we continue, I am going to hand the mic over to Jimmy and John, who are in that window over there on the right, to give an introduction about themselves, followed by our dearest Ellie, who is the rose there, who will also share about what she does for the company. Over to you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Zareen. Yeah, my name is Jimmy Smith. I'm here with two of my fellow ambassadors, John and Allie, you can see there. Ambassadors, we're here in North America, primarily based, but we do cover other events like CES and global events like MWC and IFA. Our job really is to talk to you guys, talk to customers, end users, our influencers, our partners, and talk to you guys about Lenovo as a whole, everything from Lenovo's strategy at the top level all the way down to product level. Now, of course, we have engineer level product managers, engineers and product managers once you get really down into the nitty gritty, but our job really is to we're kind of the glue that holds all of these different disparate product groups together and kind of mold it into one message so to kind of show you guys, all right, who is Lenovo, what we're about, and kind of where we're going.
Yeah, and my name is John Laufer. I'm one of the ambassadors as well, and it's an exciting time because we get to talk to a lot of customers and a lot of partners and a lot of influencers, like Jimmy said. So it really gives us a lot of knowledge of what's out there in the world, in the marketplace, and then we can take that information back to engineers and some of the folks that are making these decisions. So it's real life information. It's really cool to kind of be in front of customers and asking them what would they like to see, what is new and on the horizon. And we can always take that feedback and go back to our worldwide teams or what have you and take that information back. So it's really exciting time.
Over to you, Ellie. What about you?
Well, I'm Allie Heater. I am the newest ambassador. So thankfully, I have Jimmy and John as well as Stephen Miller to learn from. But I think John nailed it this past week. Even last night, I got off the plane from Seattle. I was in front of customers all week, and I have a lot of very good feedback that I need to bring back to some of the product teams. So looking forward to this watch party here and getting to know all of you.
Great. So
Allie's our freshman quarterback. Coming out throwing touchdowns.
So, just curious, I'm sure you have some sight of what's going to be announced, right? I mean, it's embargoed now, but what are your thoughts about what's being unveiled?
Who's that to? Me?
You guys, anybody? Yeah.
Anybody? Okay. Well, I'm going to take it. I'm highly excited about this new lineup. Of course, yoga is always going to be kind of sitting at the top, our most premium lineup. I'm very excited about kind of the change in the industry. Of course, we've already been on this path for a while. Things getting thinner, lighter weight. I mean, years ago, some of the things that we just dreamed of as really science fiction now is completely possible. You start talking about, the screen evolutions. You start talking about what you can pack into such a small little container, the different materials, and just some of the things that are happening in the industry, especially with our product lineup. And some of the things where in the past I thought, we'll always have an Intel processor in every device that we ever own. And now you're starting to see this divergence of it kind of depends, right? We've got a couple different partners that we've already been partnering with in the past and strengthening those partnerships. So giving our customers and end users what they've been asking for is just give me what fits what I need to do best, right? It doesn't have to be this specific brand. Give me what fits best. So whether it's an Intel, whether it's Qualcomm, MediaTek, I mean, you name it, we've definitely diversified, kind of depending on what you really need in your product. So is it that you want thin and lightweight? Is it that you value battery life over everything? Is it that you value performance or graphic performance or computational performance? What is it that you value the most? And then sometimes it's, well, I want the perfect blend of all of that for what I do, right? And then, of course, adding on top of that, style.
Yeah. Right? And that's one of the more important things now is style, as far as what do these things look like. And in the past, we weren't really known for that. and now bringing out all these different yoga type of models, now we're starting to see a little bit of difference in what these things look like and feel like. And that's kind of what's hot in the market right now is, hey, we have all these different types of devices, but hey, I can personalize that with what I like. And if I want this type of yoga or that type of yoga, or maybe I don't want a yoga and I just want a normal clamshell, it's still a, quote unquote cool or sexy model that we want to go forward with. And one of the, the new yoga book that's coming out, I'm really excited to see where this is going and who's going to be really interested in this type of model, because the first generation came out and everybody was really excited about it. And now I'm starting to see, some of the build on what we're seeing on this second platform. And I'm hoping that people are going to realize the innovation that we're taking forward really matters. And that's what customers are kind of looking for nowadays, is true innovation and where we're taking that to the future.
Yeah, I really like that. It seems like on our spec sheets, we're almost to the point where we should add sex appeal as a spec.
People love it. They want to know what it looks like.
We're almost at that point. I don't know if we're there yet, but if legal can figure it out, then I think we can add that.
Yeah, and I'd like to add too, I'm talking to you from a yoga right now, so obviously I'm a fan of that form factor. But the smart home essentials, I like that Lenovo is diversifying. I think smart home is a direction that the industry is heading. It's new, it's exciting, especially for Lenovo. So personally, I know what's going to be on my Christmas list this year, so I'm very excited to actually see and feel this stuff. So that's what
I'm definitely a futurist, so I'm all about smart homes.
Jimmy's got a whole setup at his place. We were just talking about it yesterday as far as what he has installed, and I'm trying to dabble in that myself. So it is an exciting time to see Lenovo kind of dabbling into that area of smart home.
Yeah, I need some more samples from IFA.
Yes.
Yes, me too.
Actually, so do I, but that's a long story. So, Francesca actually tweeted in the insiders page. For the rest of the world who don't know what the insiders are, we have a couple of advocate programs that we run in and around Lenovo, and within the insiders, this is actually a group of our loyal fans and friends who actually help us a lot with defending our brand. And we also have in our call, for example, Nate Sabin, who's also a forums moderator alongside Dave Hawker. Now, Francesca, anyway, in one of the posts had tweeted a very interesting picture or a video of a keyboard that was magic. Franny, do you want to tell us about that?
Who was that for?
Francesca, and she's
hello.
Hi.
I have a tea. I'm gonna have my tea. It was part of the Hard to Remind on Lenovo.com. Sorry, at Lenovo's Twitter, and the teaser was about 3 seconds of just padding across the keyboard, and I stared at it for a while. I was doing this. I was just like, wait a minute, the keyboard changes. So I didn't realize if anyone else saw that, because as far as I saw, I didn't see anyone do the same minor freak out. But yeah, that keyboard is going to be amazing, especially since the yoga book I have is currently on the European layout, and I don't know where the @ symbol is on the keyboard. It's in the same place.
It's on the queue.
It's still in the same place, but the symbol just isn't on the keyboard itself. It's where colon would be, I think, not where 2 is, for example. So I don't know I know the embargo's up in 8 minutes, but I know how the keyboard does that, but I don't know if anyone else does yet. So I'll leave that to you guys to talk about.
Will Ellie, Jimmy, or John be able to share a little bit of about that magical, mystical keyboard?
You mean within these first 7 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Jeff Meredith already kind of hinted towards that was something that we have not given up on. Yeah. I'm sure we didn't refresh it as soon as people wanted, but I mean, yeah, that's definitely still in the works. That's definitely something that you can look forward to. And honestly, if you really look at where we've gone, where we've come from, where we're at, and where we're going, that's a key integral part of it, because every generation kind of gets further and further away from certain technologies and then closer and closer to others. I have kids now that I've got a son that's 6, a daughter that's 10, and there's almost nothing in their life that's a physical keyboard.
Yeah. Everything's touchscreen.
Everything's, the smart thermostat, everything from the microwave to the all-in-one remote, the refrigerators. I mean, everything that they interface with is a touch screen. So the idea of a physical keyboard is kind of archaic to them as they grow up in this world where, in our smartphone, tablet, all-in-one computer world where everything is really, I don't need
screen.
Yeah, everything is a screen and an interface at the same time. So the user experience has changed. Now, our generation, let's be honest, our generation, to get work done, we need physical, tactile keys.
Yeah.
But our generation, of course, eventually we will be retiring, right? So as we sunset and then the sun rises on a new generation of whether it's corporate workers or just general end users, right? As we start transitioning from one to the other, the touchscreen interface in multiple different ways becomes more and more important, and it adds a lot of versatility. And if you really look at some of the other trends with style and design, to make a device thinner and lighter weight, some things get in the way of that, and that's all of those little components that sit inside a physical keyboard. So that a lot of times those are the limiting factors as to, all right, this is why this device is so thick. Yeah. So when you're in a world of, it needs to be half that. It needs to be half that thickness. I need better battery life. There's a lot of things that engineering-wise are in the way of that. So as those two things transition, it's going to be a key integral part of our future as a company in that space.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, looking back at what we unveiled last year in IFA 2017, we actually launched the Lenovo Explorer then. Do you think that whatever we're going to roll out will be in line with whatever we did last year?
You mean with mixed reality?
Yeah.
I don't think we have too much on the horizon for mixed reality just yet, right? When it comes to AR, VR, MR, right? So augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. There's kind of three. There are really two spaces, but in the Microsoft kind of space, they have their own mixed reality, which is kind of a blend of both. Probably depending on the device you get, it's a lot of virtual reality and a little bit of augmented reality, right? But with that space, we as a market, or we pay attention to the market, and what we see is right now, virtual reality is really kind of outpacing augmented reality as of right now. And that's really because it's really easier on the development side and content side with our Mirage, with our VR cameras. It is actually a little kind of quicker time to value and quicker time to actual finished production value on the content side with these VR cameras and stuff that now you can kind of get up and running a little quicker on the development side, whereas AR, it interfaces with the real world, and that's a little bit bigger challenge when it comes to actually interfacing, not just putting an overlay, because I think we've done that already, right? Where you talk about Jedi challenges, putting an overlay on top of the real world, you can do that. But as we move forward, what we're going to see is that AR, about 2020 is what the numbers say, AR will start outpacing VR in the market. And that's just because that's when the back end of all of that will start outpacing VR. Neither one will replace the other, right? But right now, more focus is on VR, but around probably 2020 is when you'll start seeing it leveling out, and then AR will start outpacing VR based on the numbers now. Numbers change, of course.
So as your role, you were mentioning your both Ellie and the guys as well. Your role as ambassador requires you to really, really listen out and reach out to people, correct? And do you, besides it being sexier, besides the products being sexier, better, lighter, thinner, what do you think, based on your experience, your knowledge of what's going to be unveiled in 1 minute and less time.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about? Ali. Okay, let's go to Ali.
Ali.
Yeah.
What am I most excited about?
Yeah.
Well, I think I kind of touched on it at the beginning, just based on how Lenovo is continuing to diversify their portfolio. I am most interested, even just from the consumer side myself, what I will be purchasing when these products are available is the smart home tools. I use yoga now. My husband has a yoga, so we are yoga people. But I am curious to see how the smart home, or how I can adopt my own home to become more smart based on products that Lenovo is launching. So for me, that's what I'm most excited about.
What about Jimmy and John?
I think for me, it's really trying to see where we're taking these next yoga models, right? I mean, what are we gonna actually put into these things from an easy or usability standpoint for our consumers, our end users? Also, what they're going to look like, right? We focus on a lot from the business side as far as durability and reliability, and on the consumer side, we really focus more on looks and feel. So, you know, when we start unveiling things like this, a lot of the stuff that you're going to be seeing today will really start to see in the commercial space as well. So I'm really interested to see how we're doing it on these models, the yoga models, and how that's going to really transform over to maybe some of our ThinkPad products. So taking the technology and what we've learned on the yoga models and bringing that over to the commercial side.
Awesome.
And we're at time.
Yeah, we're waiting. No, I'm
0, 0, 0.
it says 0. So exciting.
Try to listen
While we're waiting.
Yeah, hang on. We need some. Ellie, bring in your cat now. The cat has to walk over.
I will. She will entertain and dazzle if you need me to grab her.
The dog and the cat can come in, right?
I've
Okay,
got two
Dave, I'm
cats, a
activating
dog. I can put on a circus if you'd like.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, refreshing. Well, I will say, there we go. Watch. Let's watch it. Watch it.
I like the tagline of this year's IFA.
There we go. Let me get our big screen up. I'll be right back.
We're going to launch our TV that we've got set up here.
Where is we should have like a commercial break screen.
So did the embargoes end like 1 minute ago for all the products that are getting announced?
Oh, there you go. Nah, hang on. Sorry.
But while we wait, I'll go ahead and tell you what my favorite part of this launch is going to be. Talking about the battery life. Battery life is phenomenal on one of these products. We've got over a day, literally. Yeah.
Seriously?
Turn this up a little bit.
A day? I mean, really? A day? Wow.
Different countries in the world. So thank you very much to be with us tonight. We are very fortunate to have you. 2 weeks ago, Lenovo announced our first quarter financial results, and they were very strong. With the company growing 19% year on year, a very strong profit.
Who is that with the sound? It was good. Keep it up. It's like a radio. Yay. Well, the thing is, as you know, everybody's on the same bandwidth, right? At the event itself.
Yeah, we're good. We just keep muting you so that we can listen to it. No, we're good.
scary. There are many people watching now. Don't you love Wi-Fi sometimes?
In the industry. And convertible became a form factor in the PC industry. We have been innovating this new form factor for the industry. Innovation for us, it means
Buffering?
and we'll not talk about financial results, but we'll talk more specifically about our smart device range of products.
Ellie, there you go.
Smart device for Lenovo is a very wide range of products. It's Lenovo notebook, desktop workstations. Thank you to all tablets, influencers that we have, but also a range of new devices that we have been launching that we will launch on the live tonight. And we have really a representation from all the different countries in the world. So thank you very much to be with us tonight.
Sorry, I think I'm on loop.
We are very fortunate to have you. 2 weeks ago, Lenovo announced our first call.
Maybe we should better turn off the sound because it's too difficult to hear anything.
Yeah, sorry. So anyway, they just announced the smart home, right? Oh, Ellie, is this what you were telling us about or hinting?
Sorry, what was that?
This is what you were hinting about, right?
FYI, Anjana's a superstar here, just so you know. We love Anjana.
And promise. Thank you, Jimmy.
Are you guys watching?
I am.
Yes.
Hang on, let me try and get this done. It was too loud, is it, when I played it? Tech is fun, isn't it? So I've lost sound on my end. I'm just curious. What have they announced? Nothing yet. Okay. Well, I'm seeing the website and I see a range of products. Are you guys looking at the website? So there is the there's Yoga C930, the S730, the Yoga Book C930, the C3630WOS, which is Windows on Snapdragon, I believe. The Chromebook. Oh, the ThinkPad X1 Extreme. Are you guys looking at it?
That's it. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
The smart display. Oh, why is Star Wars Jedi Challenge here? Oh, the Chromebook C330. So there's a lot of 7 yogas, right? Why are there so many yogas? Do you guys know?
Yeah, I mean, yoga is our premium lineup, and it's the most flexible lineup, and that's really the future of this space. So, yeah, we're expanding yoga, even if any other brands may be contracting. Yoga is really kind of the future, whether it's consumer or corporate.
Yeah, yeah, we've included yoga in all of our models now, whether it's a consumer model or even on the corporate or commercial side. You know, we've got one in each one of our platforms. So, you know, small, medium, large, or a good, better, best type of scenario, you have a yoga model in the commercial space as well. So that yoga brand is growing tremendously.
Yeah,
it's kind of an example of our products evolving with our customers.
Yeah.
So yeah, as Awang pointed out in the chat, there's a lot of C's, a lot of S's, as well as I pointed out, WOS, which is Windows on Snapdragon. Could you share with us a little bit about how you think these came about and what are these exactly? What these are exactly?
Yeah, C is really C is going to delineate convertible. Yeah, so like your standard convertible, standard thickness on convertible as well. And then S is really going to be the slimmer line. So the kind of the most prominent feature of an S model is going to be that it's the slimmest in its category.
Right.
So and then the WOS, of course, that's really Windows on Snapdragon. So Qualcomm, kind of one of my favorite call outs, getting a massive upgrade in battery life and always on connectivity from a laptop where you literally can stay connected over a day without charging.
25 hours worth of battery life, I think.
25 hours. Is this the one that you were saying about that with the battery life more than a day? Yeah, 24 hours. Limbo. So did you guys actually have a chance to get a hands-on experience with the yoga lines, the yoga products that are being announced in, at this time?
I haven't yet, because most of these samples go straight to IFA.
Yeah.
All right, you should hello Kevin, could you give us that?
What the bear left, at least.
So awesome. Have you, based on the lineup and the specs, then what is your favorite? So you have the C, the S. Which will you get?
I've got to dive into them a little bit more to see which one really fits my personality. I do like the yoga book. I do like the fact that you can write and it's really kind of future looking, but it's a little too small for me. I like a bigger screen. So I'm going to go looking for, maybe a 14-inch. I do like it as light as possible, but as big of a screen that I can get. So I'm looking at that C930 really for my taste as far as what I would like. But Jimmy's got me convinced that I need all day battery life. So the C630 looks good too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just so torn. I mean, it all depends. Like, what am I using it for? Because I got a work computer that I don't have to pay for. So I've already got my X1 Yoga 3rd gen good to go, right? I'd probably personally go with Yoga Book C930, just because I love the Yoga Book. I love the idea. And now we're expanding that out to include an e-reader screen. And so it can do, a keyboard. You can draw on it, and you can also read content in like an e-reader screen, and conserving battery life. If you haven't noticed a thing with me, I hate having to charge devices. Like in my dream scenario, devices would just take power from my body, namely my fat, and they use my fat to charge the device. That way I'm losing weight while I'm staring at a screen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the focus on Arthur, because he's one of the people I know who love his yoga book, because he does his illustrations on them. Are you excited about this one that we're rolling out? Arthur, can you hear us? Arthur, I don't think he can hear us. Ah, darn. What about the rest of you in this chat? Do you guys use the yoga book?
Tested it for MWC.
Who does? Who was that? Sorry, who was that?
It was me, XT1635.
I'm trying to know. Okay, tell me about it. Yeah.
What?
I can't. Okay, yeah. Why are you excited about the new yoga book then? What is what?
I just love yoga book, and I think that the new one will be great.
Okay.
That's all.
We must get Yuzula to send it to you then.
I think they want to listen to Kevin. That's why he's cutting you off.
Yeah. Sorry, yes. I am looking at the, yes. Oh my God. Oh, wow. That is one sexy machine, isn't it? I'm not talking about Kevin. I'm talking about the ThinkPad. Yes. But he's sexy too.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. This is when this is answering that call for that 15-inch X1 device. That's what people have been wanting it. And, you know, while we're at it, add some graphic power too.
Well, also you notice that the keyboard is centered.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of feedback as far as having that off-centered on 15-inch models, where this one now it's all centered on that system. So now you have a 15-inch keyboard or 15-inch system with a centered keyboard as opposed to having that offset to the left.
Yeah, because the X1 lineup is all about, it's really about style first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you have to choose between, well, it's functional with a keypad, but non-functional and more stylish with a centered keyboard without the keypad, they went style first.
Yeah.
It's really thin, isn't it? I'm just amazed by how thin. I remember when I got my first ThinkPad, it was yay big, it was yay thick, but I dropped it on the floor when I was teaching, and it still survived. And then I'm looking at how thin this Extreme is, and I'm like, oh God, wow.
Yep. No longer just a bento box.
No.
Those days are long gone. And as you see there, those are probably either young professionals or college students
Yeah.
working on a design project, right? And that's someone that needs power and performance out of their device, but a bigger screen is needed and graphic power is going to be needed as well, right? So, I mean, you're talking this is the kind of the complete package. So you've got the ThinkPad reliability, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos sound, because what you experience is just as the sound and the vision is going to be just as important. So having both parts of that puzzle. This device has far-field microphones, so now you can utilize not just Cortana, but also you can utilize Alexa. But with Cortana, you can do a wake on voice. So just like you would any other digital assistant, your laptop becomes your digital assistant. And then, of course, those security features that Kevin kind of started with the match-on-chip technology to protect your fingerprint with hardware encryption, and that Think shutter for your webcam, so you can physically cover the webcam when not in use.
And 15 hours of battery life, Jimmy. So, I mean, you know.
There we go. That's what really matters, the battery life.
Wow. I'm just
See what we're
amazed.
introducing next.
Yeah. I wonder. Okay, what is this? What is this? It's a white box. Yeah.
Our next generation.
By the way, we see her a lot. We see her a lot in the in building 1 here at headquarters, and she's in a very, 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 very top secret room that I've never been in.
Yeah.
I've been here 7 years, not allowed in that room. That's where the design stuff starts. Yeah.
Be still, my heart, Mr. Yoga. Is it not? I remember when the yoga was first released, it was it was so amazing. With the watch band, right? I remember bringing the laptop out, and everybody was amazed by how beautiful it was. It was like a work of art. I can't wait to see what we're going to roll out, really. I like how it's so precious that they actually have a white glove to handle it.
Everything in between.
I want those white gloves.
Yeah. Somebody said something, who, huh? So, do you guys use Alexa a lot? I'm curious.
So the Yoga C930 is going to be equipped.
Cortana and Alexa. Wow, okay. I don't think it's Ellie. Ellie, was that you?
No, it wasn't me. My dog was barking in the background, so I apologize for the noise.
I love this new technology, the new Alexa thing, incorporation of Alexa and But I'm slightly terrified that I'll become really lazy. Because all you have to do is just, hello, Alexa, switch on the lights, do whatever. Then I'll just sit there, you know? That's the thing about technology, isn't it?
She's talking about battery life.
A garage pen. That's handy, right? At least you won't get the pens always get lost in the past.
Like done on the X1 Yogas, that's the perfect place for a pen.
Yeah. Jimmy and John, I think next time you should really break into that secret hideout and bribe her with lots of cookies.
Guys, let me know how that goes.
Yeah.
A secret plan in this video here. Maybe we take over the HQ in Raleigh.
I can edit out this part.
Better.
Fix it in post.
The price plans are the pricing is quite comfortable. There seems to be something for everybody, right?
That's why we have so many yogas.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I'm just curious, who has the most number of yogas amongst the group here?
What'd you say? The most number of yogas versus what?
Yeah. I have 2 yogas.
Oh.
I have 2.
You have 2.
Does the yoga tablet count?
Yeah.
Can I count the one that my wife is using?
Yeah.
Then you have 3.
So the highest count is 3 so far.
Oh, Dave Kennedy's 4.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Impressive.
That's nice.
Most impressive.
Fine on the hinge.
But you're not a Jedi yet.
Wow. Okay. The hinge looks very different this year.
Yeah, no more watch band. A little bit sad.
Why is that? Tell me more.
The thinking behind the new hinge is that while people love the watch band hinge, there was a concern with the sound quality in different modes. So when you have speakers that are in a lot of the places that we put them, when you go to certain modes, it degrades the quality of the sound. So when you and really our view for the future for the yoga line was we want to utilize as much space as possible so that, as you've seen throughout a couple of our product lines, we've literally decreased the physical size of the product while keeping the size of the screen the same, or sometimes even increasing the size of the screen. And the only way you do that is, and still keep your functionality, is you have to be very, very tactical about where you put components and utilizing all the space available while not interfering with the user's experience. So when you put a speaker in that yoga hinge right there, no matter what mode you're in, you're getting that full Dolby Atmos sound.
Well, this is testimony to our brand, right? That we really, really want to listen to our customers and incorporate whatever they say into our products, right? But wow.
Yeah. Customer feedback is very important for us.
Yep. And it's like North Carolina weather. If you don't like it, just wait a day. We'll change it back for you.
Indeed, friend. Linda, that is one beautiful yoga.
Yeah, but I think this is going to be a huge hit because we always have features that we're sad to see go, but sometimes they come back. But also, what it replaces it with, a lot of times we're very, very much pleased with. I know there's a lot of people that didn't like when on the ThinkPad, right, when we took the little latch off to open and close the ThinkPad, but we did so many innovations throughout the device and with the hinges that you didn't need that anymore, right? So I think people are going to be very pleased with what we can do moving forward, and especially, you know, with the decrease in thickness on a lot of these devices, that combined with what Intel's doing with these new generation of processors, going down to thinner actively cooled devices and even extremely thin passively cooled devices.
And I have to say, if you touch something on the ThinkPad, it's getting hard because there are some hardcore ThinkPad users like me. We don't like that many changes. I was a little bit sad when I saw the hinge on the P1, although the P1 is a sexy machine, definitely. But I was used to those classic metallic hinges, and if they are going, something missing. So you know what I mean. ThinkPad is classic,
Yes.
classic and slight design changes, all right, but not too much. And the 40 series was a horror because there was those Mac-like trackpad thingy, whatever. I have to use one of those things at work. I could throw it at the wall because it's almost useless because the buttons are missing. I'm a trackpoint user, so traditional.
But I mean, remember that whole innovation came from customer feedback. Our focus group said they wanted it more like a MacBook. They wanted a larger. They wanted a unibody or kind of a one piece design to it, and then everybody hated it. So I mean, you know, it's a tricky thing. It's a very fine line to listen to what your end users want, but sometimes you have to be a parent and, you know, all right, well, I'm going to listen to it to an extent, but I know what you really want. And you have to balance that. It's very hard. And sometimes you go with what they ask and then go back with what they ask again. Oh, here it is, yoga book. Yep.
My hair is standing. I still can't get over the 11.9 mm. It's like so thin, my God. It's e-ink, right, Jimmy and John?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's e-ink on that. There's an e-ink option on that screen. That's very, very power efficient and adds another functionality to that space.
So moving in a direction of innovation and change, as we saw in the first yoga book, now we're just enlarging that change and innovation in the second generation that people really want. You know, being able to draw on it, being able to read it, using it in multiple different ways in one device. I mean, think about when the yoga first came out, where you were taking a tablet and a laptop and putting it together and making a yoga or a two-in-one. Now you're taking this almost to another level in this model where, as you can see, there's keyboards, there's writing spaces, there's e-readers, there's lots of different options in this one device, which really makes it enticing for folks to kind of say, hey, I can get everything I want. Instead of having all these separate devices, I can have one device and go forward.
Yeah, and I'd like to add to that.
Going in the direction.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy.
Go ahead, Allie.
Francesca, I'm reading the comments. There's that keyboard that you were looking for. And adding to what John was saying, this is really an all-in-one device now. I personally have a separate e-reader from my tablet because I can't read in the sun on vacation on my tablet. So this is a beautiful little invention we have here.
Yep. And I mean, honestly, like I came up with this idea years ago. Of course. Look, you take your Moto, right? And you put e-ink on this side, and then you have a really nice screen on that side. And now they're demoing the knock to open feature.
I like that.
Oh, man. Knock to open. Everybody's going to want that in their device now, right? They're going to want to be able to knock their ThinkPad now.
Yes. That's the new no spec test.
I'm going to try
opened up a can of worms.
Yeah, that's very interesting as they're demoing it right now.
Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, but 9.9 millimeters, closed.
Yeah, I mean, we're super thin.
Yeah, the
two screens.
Yeah, the X1 Carbon that we just talk about for days is under, like shy under 15 millimeters, and this just laughs in the face of that. Now, Thomas, I know you don't want me to talk about ThinkPad, right? That's the first rule about ThinkPad. We don't talk about ThinkPad.
It's quite mad, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna try and knock it on my husband's head.
We've been waiting for this one to come out for a while now, so it's nice to see it coming out today.
Oh no, it's like
Wacom Active Pen. And I don't know if they've snuck it in there, but the Retina display, that's pretty interesting as well.
tell us about it, because it's not loading on mine.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I mean, it's got a massive resolution, so it's 2560 by 1600.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, it's 10.8 inch.
It's a little bigger than the old one.
Yeah.
Not much, but a little bigger.
Yep. But and those are some new trending screen sizes, right? So on the monitor side, people want bigger, but then on their devices side, they actually want smaller for their convertibles and laptops, just because screens are getting a lot more detailed. So you can get clarity, and with the pinch to zoom feature now, you can get a lot of clarity out of a very small screen if you know what you're doing. Oh, Anjana's back.
Yeah, 1,000 euros. Yeah, it is sexy, isn't it?
And impressive technique.
Yeah.
E-ink display, I didn't expect this. And this knob to open, man, what the hell were they thinking? Extreme.
Just don't give it in the hand, put it in the hands of somebody really angry.
Yeah.
I need that.
I'm not sure if they move
so
back.
bad.
What's next?
This looks like Chromebook as expect.
Mm.
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 She was joking about Mandarin. And she's right. I've got elementary school kids.
Yeah, I learned Mandarin.
Yeah.
Arthur, yes, that's why I wanted to get your comments about the book.
Okay.
So last year, there was a product that was going to have a 10.8-inch e-ink display, flexible, and it never went to market. It was like an e-ink typewriter, but I've been watching that display, hoping it would land in a product, and to see it land in a Lenovo product, a yoga book, I can't get much higher than I am right now. It's just amazing.
Well, we're glad you're happy. We like to blow lines.
I love the yoga book product a lot and use it all the time. And I literally carry a e-ink tablet, a remarkable e-ink tablet, and a yoga book all the time, a ruby red yoga book all the time. And Lenovo's like, oh, we'll just put those together for you. I'm like, you guys have my office bugged. The only thing I can
Officially, no.
Because
our official statement is we do not.
I mean, like, that is literally my, like, I'm gonna tweet a picture of my bag with what I carry now. Because hell yeah.
Ooh.
And we quote you. Hell yeah. Anjana's talking about a smart display now.
It looks really clean. Huh? I like the design. Are you guys familiar with this technology anyway?
What, the smart display?
Yeah.
Yes, very much. I demoed it at CES and Mobile World Congress.
Okay.
And I think we just got one in our showcase that we're demoing. Yep. Looks like she's talking about the different versions. You've got the 10-inch one, has bamboo back, so it's very stylish. 8-inch is just gray, so it just kind of depends on your style and if you want the larger or smaller screen.
This is what they're showing now. The camera, you can turn off the camera manually, you can turn off the microphone manually. So if you don't want it always listening to you, you can turn that off manually with a physical button, as opposed to just, you know, relying on if it's on or off, and then you can manually turn off that camera as well.
Right. So when you want to talk about your neighbors and your family, you just turn the microphone off so that you don't accidentally call them and then tell them you're talking about them. Yep. So we added that fail-safe in. I'm sure there was some customer feedback complaining about that on Google devices in the past. So we took that in account in our first device.
But the bamboo background looks really nice. I like it a lot. It's very, like I said, it's very clean, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. Yep.
So this will be available in October as well. Ooh, the main announcement.
No, smart display in certain regions should be available now.
Yeah.
But it depends on, you know, worldwide availability varies by your region.
Yeah.
That's always a disclaimer. But I believe in the US, we have it available now.
Yeah. What you guys should do is to always check your store, right? www.lenovo.com. It will just direct you to your country's website, and it will advise you on the availability in your region or country. So home control. Oh, dun, dun, dun.
So Ali, there comes your part. Everything's smart.
Your home.
This is what I'm most excited about.
Where's my cat at? Ask the smart cat.
That's got the Hello Kitty. Okay.
Right there.
So we have the smart camera, the smart plug, and the smart bulb. Do you guys have smart cameras at home? Curious?
No, I don't. I think Jimmy has a couple, but I don't have any smart cameras at home. My wife doesn't want any cameras in the house at all.
Yeah. I have an outdoor camera, but not any indoor.
No.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to have them inside anymore, but we got like 2 outside to check on everybody else. And the garage. The garage is a key one, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I've got a whole smart home set up, but I don't have any. The garage is the tricky one, because if you set motion detectors and then somebody opens the garage, it sets the alarm off.
Yeah.
So I have a camera. So yeah, smart cameras. All of this is really like, this is the way of kind of the future home. And these are things that when you buy a new home, pretty soon it's going to be kind of expected.
Oh, they're already. I mean, I was talking to my father-in-law the other night, and I mean, he's in building and involved in the new homes here in North Carolina, and all these homes are done the same way, which is they're all smart connected already. So whether you want it or not, it's all can be connected right from the beginning. So if you ever want to do this, it's all set up internally already in the house. So
yeah, literally my last house, it was wired for Ethernet, but they would put phone connectors at the end, and if you upgraded for another $4,000 for Ethernet throughout the house, they would just change the ends.
Yeah.
I got real smart and figured out I'm not going to pay the extra, and I just changed the ends out myself to RJ45. Game the system. That's what I did. But yeah, smart home is really just going to be what a home is pretty soon, right? Like people, we just kind of expect it, right? Like central AC, HVAC is what you expect in a house.
Yeah.
And pretty soon, smart home is going to be what you just expect in a house, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have, antennas running throughout the walls. So, so you have signal any and everywhere, right? They'll have, I'm sure in the future we'll have wireless power sitting on the counter
everywhere, yeah.
So your
switches and stuff everywhere.
Yep. But right now we're not there yet, but that's where we're trending.
So tell us, so I know Anjana's
But,
talking in the presentation about the Lenovo Link app. Do you have some insight on it?
Yeah, so it's kind of a centralized software app, right, that you can utilize to set things like different routines. You can control all of your separate devices because you might not really, she started with Smart Display because Smart Display is probably the most convenient way to connect all of these and interface with them. But you may not always want to audibly say what you're trying to do. You may just want to, press a button or something to do it. And so that's why, remotely, like John said. So the Lenovo Link app is really, that's what it's for. And you can, like I said, you can also go in there and set routines. So at when the sun goes down or at sunset, turn this light on, this lamp on in the living room, right? So you can set those things through the app, and set different scenes as well. Like I'm having a party, so put everything up,
Yeah.
I think we call it, what do the kids say now? Turn it up to 100.
Oh, I don't know.
Turn it up. Is that what it is? Is that what it is, Ollie?
I don't know.
What kids did I say?
A little older than that. One thing about the Link app that I think, at least how I'll be utilizing it, I have an outdoor security camera that has an app on its own, but all of these smart devices utilize one app. So it's all in one centrally located area. So, talking about if you're having a party, or if it's the holiday season and you want to light things up and you're not home, you can do all of that from one app.
Coming up.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Just need some smart switches.
Yeah.
I feel as if the smart devices are smarter than I. It's a bit terrifying.
It is a little.
You say smarter than you.
And it's learning all the time, right? I'm like, okay. So, well, it turns out also that the camera can swivel 24 degrees. 24 can 360. Oh, Jedi challenges as well. Ooh. 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 Do you guys have the Star Wars Jedi Challenge set? Curious. Because I bought one myself and I love it. I brought it to the gym and the guys went mad.
There it is! There it is! The dark side has come.
Yay!
Yes! Kylo Ren.
Oh my goodness. That's insane. Oh, they're introducing Rey as well. Wow, okay. This is like brand new. I'm gonna send this. Yeah, they're not cool.
Perhaps too much press writing articles. Well, that Disney franchise definitely is a big, big buy.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So lovely to see. I haven't tried it yet.
You should. It's a good workout. Yeah.
Although I heard it's problems for people with glasses.
No, it's all right. I wear my glasses in it sometimes. It's quite fun. It's still okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing is you have to watch out in case you hit somebody. I'm clumsy like that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so pleased that
We got some boss finally.
Yeah. And now it's like a real life multiplayer, right? Rather than just one person swinging. Ooh. So yes, the AR thing is really coming on. Cool.
So we in this video stream are the lucky free testers, I heard. Bring it on.
I don't know.
Yeah, you might want to ask Yusla about that. I don't have one, just so you know.
I bought one.
Just kidding around.
No, I got one of the originals. I don't have the Kylo Ren.
No.
So I guess that's it, huh? Well, I know that the website itself will have all the tech specs and the details of all that we have announced. Again, watch this space. Shipping and shopping will be available in different times in different countries. So bookmark your website, your Lenovo.com. It will just direct you directly anyway. I'm so excited. There goes my bonus because I think I'm going to waste a lot of money. I'm not wasting a lot of money. I'm going to spend a lot of money. So much tech. It's quite scary, you know. And I'm like, oh. So we have, who is it?
Just give your soul to Skynet.
Dave has 4 yoga. Let's see if he's going to get another 4 because there is the C, there is the S, and then there's the WOS, as well as the 5. Oh, sorry, 5. Let's put it up to 10.
Yep.
So,
yoga books. Yep. Oh, and that's it.
right.
That's a wrap.
So, an invitation to you guys as well. The forums itself has a little section. We'll open up there for questions to be taken. If you guys want to ask, you can just go there and post. We'll try our best to answer as well. Jimmy, John, and Ellie, thank you so much for taking time out to join us. I apologize for the poor sound quality, and yep. Well, I hope you guys have had fun. And I hope to see you guys soon online.
Thank you guys. Yeah. Thank you guys for having us.
Okay.
For having us.
Put that in my Twitter.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you
everyone.
very much.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
It was
Bye-bye.
keen. Thanks.
Goodbye to you all.
Goodbye.
Was glad to see you.